Hey there viewers, this is Rodimus here. What I'm going to do today is take the liberty to go over some of the stuff I do in my free time when I'm not playing my video games. When I'm usually out on the road with my mom or my grandfather. So I'm just going to show you some of my artwork. And you guys can just tell me what you think about it. Like, comment, subscribe, however, it's all good. I'm going to take a trip back using this book of mine that I used to sketch with all the time with in high school. And I still kept it after all this time because it's very sturdy. Like how I need it. This was a sketch of mine I did back in 2010, Nami of One Piece. This was a sketch of mine I did of Soy Fawn from Bleach back in 2010. This was Ebon from Static Shock. Oh, that's my phone. It's Ebon from Static Shock. And then this was Nami and Kairi that I did back in 2011-ish or so. I think I did pretty good here. Let's see here. This was one I finished earlier this year, actually. I finished it just to get some sad thoughts I had out the way. It's one I made kind of myself. Something that happened a long time ago. And then this engagement ring thing I did of Envy from Full Metal Alchemist, which I thought was pretty good. An envious engagement. Then there's Aizen, Sosuke Aizen from Bleach. I drew him with a more sophisticated appeal, more sophisticated look. Let's see what else is here. Oh yeah, this lists a whole bunch of canvas ideas I have. Some of them I have completed. And others I know I have not completed just yet. I remember coming up with a whole bunch of different names that I also titled each of my artistic pieces, because I still have it all listed right here. And I could probably still use some of these today, or some of these tomorrow, whenever it is the next time it is that I decide to make another sketch outline. Let's see, this was a sketch I made from this Bleach contest that I entered in a few years ago. But I found out that it was actually kind of a rigged contest, because the winner of the contest has to relinquish all rights of their work to the industry. So if it happens to be a real good piece of work, then you don't get shit back for that. Instead, what you do is you get this this guitar that's signed by Taichi Kupo, the creator of Bleach. My mom and my family didn't want me to just put this in here because they figured that this was a very good sketch. I agree with them that it is very good, but I don't think it would have pulled first place though. When I saw the picture that did pull first place, I was really saddened, because I knew deep down I could pull this, would definitely pull first place easy. So ridiculously fucking easy. But the fact of the matter is that I would only be stuck with a guitar that I can't sell and that I really can't play because I don't know how to play guitar. And so it's like sitting on a fortune that I really can't do anything with until I guess something bad would happen and Tata Koopa wouldn't really be able to write anymore, or pass away or something like that. And so I kind of hold on to this picture as a memento. Something I'm not gonna sell, but I'm not gonna trash it either. And this next one here was something that I originally did sketch for a friend of my nephew's that was into the whole X-Men thing. But his friend didn't really appreciate this too much, I guess. I made this really good. It's a picture that I made of Jubilation Lee or Jubilee, but I don't know why he didn't really like it. I mean, I made it all the detail. All I did was just add a little bit of a sparkler effect to it. I don't know if he mistreats stuff or wrong or not. I didn't worry about it that much. And there's this thing I made of Astro Boy, which I thought was pretty well done. This is a pamphlet I made for this poster idea that I had years ago. It is finished now, which I'll probably show in a different time. It's a different idea sketch I had outlined here for Static Shock, Virgil Hawkins. And I made from the one particular base here, and then worked around, and then worked on different specific body parts that I had numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That way, when I write it and illustrate it onto the canvas, 22 by 28, it would come out accordingly, how I had it numbered. So I would start from the face and work my head self down to the neck, and from the neck I would focus on the rotator cuffs and the neck and the shoulders, the shoulder blade, and have to be adjacent exactly. So I had to make sure to have a ruler or protractor around. That way I could get that correct. This one was also something I made from a poster idea that also did very well in my senior show years ago back in high school. So I was left now just to show you my pictures. This was a picture of a dragon that a girl drew for me years ago. I still kept it because this is something that was really special to me. This is a picture I drew of Vash the Stampede back in, what is it, 2004? Yeah, 2004. It's a picture of a cloud I made back in February 2005. It's a picture of Sephiroth. One of my friends I did PlayStation 3 with, iMurdia, I originally made the same one over again for him. It was for Shishomaru, it was for this, and it was also for Shishomaru from Inuyasha, because he really loves Shishomaru. This is Rem Sabrum from Trigun. I had this whole thing illustrated specifically like this because I was going to have a poetry piece to go with it, but I could not, in all good conscience, really think of something that could be coordinated or well thought of at that time, and so I just left it as a blank illustration. I still kept it though because it still looks pretty good in my opinion. And this is one I did of Moroku from Inuyasha. I just left this one black, but I colored it in the hand black. That way it would be able to orchestrate more design on the wind tunnel. Wind tunnel ahoy. It's just a random thing I did at one point just to go over Ken from Street Fighter. But I left that undone. I kind of got lazy with it. And this goes into my Digimon stuff. A lot of this is varied Digimon pictures. Some of them I did in elementary school. Some of them I did in middle school. And then very few of them I did in high school. Although the more detailed and the more detailed they become, you can tell that they're more later year stuff, and this is more early stuff that I'm showing you right now. But if you see anything that has an extraordinary amount of detail to it, that's something that I most likely did late middle school, high school. It's Metal Greymon. War Greymon, Scabumon, Garurumon, so Aware Garurumon. I didn't get a chance to make Metal or Kendall Garurumon. I really did want to, though. And a little bit more. Oh, I did make one. Okay, never mind. Beamon, Birdramon, Garudamon. The fuck now? Telephones. Always. Let's see. And then this goes into my my Transformers pictures. These I made back in 2003, 2004. So I made these back in my stuff in high school. All the stuff I made out of high school. one I made back when I first found out about the whole Skyfire, Jetfire thing, and before I found out they were essentially the same person. Cliff Jumper. Oh yeah, this was a piece I was working on for just last week when I was at a doctor's appointment for my mom. But I finished off central point on number 4, moving on to number 5 around the sword. I was trying to draw Admiral Tashigi now, but Ensign Tashigi from One Piece. I was trying to draw the hilts up to the arc of the blade, which goes up to around 30 degrees upward from the shoulder blade. And I was trying to work on that same angle from here. But I kept getting sidetracked, so I had to keep erasing it. And so I had to try and use a protractor in order to try and get the point here above the shoulder and the point right here around where the coat is. I still have to finish it, so I'll just finish it next time I'm at the doctor's office or something. I haven't really had the desire to finish it recently for some reason, so I'm not going to push it. And these are some other ones I made from back in middle school I know of. That's essentially all of it. Excuse me. I'm just going to go back over a little bit some more.